Today, Blackrock is buying 10 million US dollars worth of Bitcoin to seed its Bitcoin spot ETF. So I will be talking about this news, the most important charts, the most important support levels, the liquidity heat map, and many more important charts we need to discuss right now. So without any further ado, don't forget to slam on that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. Looking at the imminent short term on Bitcoin, we can currently see that we're creating somewhat of a bull flag pattern. We're creating a downward sloping resistance line and we're creating a downward sloping support line, and every single time Bitcoin is testing either of these levels, we're seeing a significant bounce from it. So far, we're still holding up quite well here after Bitcoin surged up to 46,000 US dollars, and I said this already in yesterday's video. If Bitcoin were to be falling down here, there are two big levels of support below us, and the first big level is of course going to be around at 44,000 US dollars, because the 44,000 US dollars has previously around acted as massive resistance. So I will be expecting, if Bitcoin were to be seeing a retest of this level right here, it would previously around also acted as massive resistance, will most likely flip into big support for Bitcoin. So in case we do see some downside for Bitcoin, I will be expecting that this 44,000 US dollar level is going to be providing massive amounts of support. And of course, if we do break the downward sloping resistance line on the top side on the imminent short term, that is the point where we could be potentially expect another move. And expecting another move today is something that is very likely, because every day that is passing is a day closer towards the Bitcoin spot ETF approval, and currently we are only a few hours out before the potential acceptance window for the Bitcoin spot ETF opens, and the final deadline is going to be there in 6 days and 12 hours. And approximately 2 weeks ago, Blackrock stated that they're going to be buying 10 million US dollars worth of Bitcoin on January the 3rd to seed its Bitcoin spot ETF. They stated this to the SEC, so literally today, Blackrock is going to be buying 10 million US dollars worth of Bitcoin to seed its Bitcoin spot ETF. What is of course. So what could we be expecting due to this news? Honestly, I do really think we're going to be seeing probably another push towards the upside, and really we potentially could even see the Bitcoin spot ETF getting accepted today. But I want to be pointing out here is that it is most likely that it's going to be happening at the end of this week, and most likely it's going to be happening Monday next week. So yeah, maybe we have to wait a little bit longer, but one thing is for sure, and that is the wait won't be long, because the final deadline is there within 7 days from now on. So due to the fact that Blackrock is seeding its spot ETF even more is of course already a very good sign for the market. So quickly going and discussing the liquidity heat map, we do know that Bitcoin always follows the liquidity. I've been saying this while we were trading on the lower side, that we were seeing massive amounts of liquidity on the top side, and Bitcoin exactly touched and reached towards that liquidity. So right now I can't really see a big pile of liquidity piling up again in the market, but once we're again seeing a big amount of liquidity piling up either above us or below us, you will be the first one to know here on the channel. So make sure to slap up that subscribe button right now. The thing that I'm still worried about is the funding rates. They are indeed coming down a little bit right now here. Currently, we can see that the funding rates are massively positive, and this means that there are currently more long positions than short positions in the market, and that is of course usually a sign of worry, but for now, things are still looking quite okay. So on the daily time frame, we had this massive breakout, and of course we have this price target around 48,000 US dollars. This was the price target I discussed yesterday on the video. So honestly, if we're looking in terms of the price targets, it is going to be likely that Bitcoin is still going to be going higher from off this point, and honestly, I won't be surprised if we do so. I do want to be pointing out here is that of course on the 12-hour time frame, we're currently trading in towards this red box of resistance. So this red box is indeed for me the danger zone. This is where I think, okay, here we could potentially see rejection, because you have to also understand that right now we're creating some massive bearish divergences, and I do want to be pointing this out. I said this also in yesterday's video. I mean, yes, indeed we're creating a bearish divergence, but you have to understand that the Bitcoin spot ETF could definitely still push up Bitcoin higher. But I do want to be pointing out that we're creating a massive bearish divergence on the 12-hour time frame, on the daily time frame, and we are literally trading in towards the most important resistance in this entire trend for Bitcoin. So indeed, there are some signs of worry right now, but due to the fact that BlackRock is buying more Bitcoin today, and they're probably launching within 7 days from now on, we're going to see a massive pump here. And of course, if the ETF gets rejected, that is then definitely a signal we're going to be seeing a massive dump towards the downside. But I honestly do really expect we are probably going to be going higher from this point. So you can currently still see I'm in a long position, and it's so sad because I tried to enter this position with more than $20,000, and if I were to be entered with that amount, I would have already made 50k in profit. But unfortunately, like you can see here on the trade, I only got entered on my first entry, and then my second entry didn't get entered. But you can clearly see I literally longed the bottom of this entire region. So my orders were spot on, but unfortunately, I didn't fill up my entire trade. So we have been trading very well, but yeah, the big trade has unfortunately not come. And right now we're only making $1,700 in profit. So it's okay. It's not all too bad, but to be honest, we are here for the big gains. But make sure to subscribe to the channel right now because I will be opening up new trades again here once I do see a good opportunity. If Bitcoin sees a big correction, I am going to be looking for some new trades. So make sure to stay posted for that. Subscribe to the channel right now here. And of course, if you want to be trading yourself, you could even claim an insane deposit bonus worth $40,000. And without this link in the description, you can only claim $400. So make sure to sign up again using that link below. And if you're signing up to BYBIT using that link below, you could also claim a free $1,000 position. And all you need to do for that to claim it is complete KYC, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and you could claim this insane free $1,000 position on Bitcoin, Ethereum, or on Pepe, whatever you want. You can find it in the link description of today's video. And if you can't trade on BYBIT, check out bitfinex, where you can trade without KYC, and you will get a 10% cashback on everything you deposit on this exchange. So this is also a massive thing for bitfinex. And then of course, zooming out towards the weekly time frame, Bitcoin has seen a massive recovery here, a massive V-shaped recovery from the bear market here on a weekly time frame, and we're currently running indeed in towards the most important resistance. And if we break about 47 to 48,000 US dollars, that is really the point where I would start to say like, oh, now we're coming really close towards the next all-time high, because there's not a lot of big resistance levels left after we break about 47 to 48,000 US dollars for Bitcoin, because the next level is going to be 52, and after that it's going to be literally the previous all-time high for Bitcoin. So things could go very quickly for Bitcoin, especially since we're right now seeing a golden cross happening here on the weekly time frame. And for some people like Crypto Capo or whatsoever, they are still calling for 12k Bitcoin. You have to understand that right now, if we're zooming out, all the signs are indicating us that the bear market has already been there, and you can clearly see the MVRV score, what is a very interesting metric, has clearly indicated when we were in a bear market. And if you have been following me, I've been tweeting, I've been talking about it on YouTube so many times. You can literally go back towards my channel and look for Bitcoin end of the bear market signal. If you search that on my page, you can see that I tweeted this so many times. I talked about it when it, of course, first flashed around 23,000 US dollars. I talked about it once it was sitting on $16,000. But at the end of the day, does it really matter if you bought Bitcoin on 23k or 16k? Well, Bitcoin is right now trading on 45k, right? Of course, it does matter a little bit here, but at the end of the day, all those buys over there were very good buys in my opinion. So you have to understand where we're currently sitting. One thing I'm still a little bit worried about is potentially Ethereum, that still is trading in this massive downtrend. I would love to see a big bounce from off this level, and if we break this support, we potentially are a little bit screwed. So I'm gonna be keeping my eyes wide open on this support level right here. And oh yeah, by the way, don't forget to subscribe to Altcoin Rover, my second channel, because later today I'm going to be uploading a dedicated video about a certain altcoin. Thanks so much for watching, and see you guys there. Peace out.